Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Many New Year's resolutions involve losing weight and getting fit with methods that are strict and hard to stick to. But our next guest has easy ways that go beyond gym memberships and juice cleanses to help you live a healthier, longer life. We welcome back Stanford University physician and mindfulness expert, Dr. Greg Hammer. It's nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Hannah. Great to be back with you.
I love this idea of talking about longevity in terms of a healthier and longer life because we want it to be a life worth living.
Yes, nobody wants to live a long time if they're not healthy. That would be like punishment.
Yeah.
So that's why the term health span is often used. It's a combination of longevity and good health. I think that's what we all want.
Oh, I love that. So back to basics, right? The tripod of health is a place to start and just easy reminders to kick us off in the right direction.
Sure. The pillars of physical well-being, Hannah, as we've discussed, are sleep, exercise, and nutrition. Good sleep hygiene. On average, we need 7.5 to 8 hours a night. There are outliers, of course. Those who need more, those who need less, just like everything else, it's a bell-shaped curve. Exercise, I think resistance or weight training has come into focus to supplement the sort of aerobic or cardio training that we've all thought was essential to our cardiovascular health, which it is, but we also need to make sure that we don't lose muscle mass as we age for a variety of reasons. And then nutrition. So I think, the Mediterranean diet, more of a plant-based diet. I think things that have come into focus of late are protein, very important again, in combination with resistance training for maintaining muscle mass. And a lot of experts really think that we need around a gram per kilo of body weight. So if you're average sized person who's 60 or 70 or 75 kilos, that's how many grams of protein. It's a lot, and you probably need to supplement. And then we could talk about vitamins, minerals, and other supplements that have become very popular and part of this multi-billion-dollar industry.
Sure. Well, I also want to ask you about intermittent fasting. Is that something that people should consider or consult with their physician before they start a plan like that?
I really do think people should consider it. I think the easiest method, which I embrace in my own personal life, is perhaps eating within about an 8-hour period every day and not eating for about 16 hours. So eating between, say, 11 and 7, 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and then you're fasting for 16 hours. You're placing a little bit of a nutrient stress on your body, and that kind of low-grade stress, or hormesis as it's called, actually promotes cellular health. Our cells will turn inward when there's not a lot of nutrients in the environment and get rid of, proteins and dying mitochondria and other cellular elements that actually represent a source of inflammation.
Do you get used to maybe not eating in the mornings? I think a lot of people might be cranky when they first start this practice out.
Yes, I have to say that when I was in the operating room for 12 hours or the ICU for 12 hours a day, I pretty much had to at least have a protein bar in the morning because I never knew when I was going to be able to eat again. But, now that I'm on my second career and not subject to that rigor in terms of my schedule, yes, I think I have gotten used to it. I do have a cup of coffee in the morning and then typically don't eat till sometime after 11 a.m. But yeah, it may take some getting used to.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you mentioned some supplements earlier. Are there things that we should maybe look into or steer clear of if there are things that just aren't super beneficial for us?
Yes, I think first of all, Hannah, everyone should know that even those of us who consider ourselves scientists, we need good quality evidence to be able to recommend various drugs and supplements. And it's very hard to do these rigorous trials in human beings because we're so complicated. So a lot of the studies have been done in lower forms like yeast, rodents, and even non-human primates, but it's otherwise hard to control the environment in humans in large numbers so that you can study A versus B. But having said that, I think vitamins can be essential, especially as we age. We tend to get deficient in vitamin D if we're not in the sun for long periods of time, and we know the sun is not necessarily healthy. So vitamin D is important. B12, we absorb less as we age. So I think of the vitamins, those are the two big ones. Minerals, I think magnesium has antioxidant, anti-aging properties. It's present in leafy green veggies and whole grains, but we don't necessarily eat a lot of those. So I think magnesium is good as a supplement. And there are a variety of forms that we could talk about probably for 30 minutes just about magnesium. There are flavonoids, which are antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, that are present in fruits, especially berries like fisetin, quercetin, and curcumin, which is part of turmeric. So I think those are three that I take. There is a category called NAD precursors. NAD is vital to our mitochondrial health. There are little energy factories, and so things that get converted to NAD are niacin and supplements called NR or NMN. And then I think creatine would be another one I would put on the list, both for preserving muscle mass and also has some anti-brain fog and antioxidant properties. And then finally, I guess back to nutrition, the recommendations for how much protein we need have changed. And, getting a gram per kilogram of body weight probably requires supplementation. Maybe I already said that.
Yeah, no, but it's a good place to start. And before we wrap, I want to mention we always talk about mindfulness and meditation and how helpful those are. We've got to run, but thank you so much, Dr. Hammer. It was so great to see you.
Pleasure, Hannah, as always.
We'll see you soon. We'll have more information about Dr. Hammer on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.